Welcome to the latest review for the Best Review Spot Live, and I'm Mass Builder, and I'm here with Keegan Pulse, and today we're going to be talking about the Hunger Games series. So,
This is not the book. This is not the movie review. This is based on all three books, but unfortunately, we only have a copy of the first one with us today. And we just wanted to start off by talking about our characters, plot, and setting.
yeah, she really does a very excellent job of making each character unique. One character will be more of an outdoors person, and the other person will be more of a softer, nicer character, rather than a harder character.
And all these characters seem quite realistic and very human. And just the way everything plays out, you can really feel that both the character's pain and the country's pain, because there is quite a lot of it. But of course, the ending is hopeful.
Yes, it's very hopeful. Well, somewhat. It was a very interesting ending. I'll try not to give anything away, because that would ruin the whole point of reading it. But it kind of left it open-ended, and you could expand on the book, on the three books, if she feels like it, but it doesn't look like she's going to write anymore.
No, but yeah, because you could always follow the children of certain people, which we will not mention because that would be a spoiler.
Yes, that would be a very bad spoiler, too.
Yes, but as for the plot of the whole series, we both found it very interesting. I mean, you don't really think of televised slaughter, do you?
Not really. That's something that wouldn't pass for not politically correct, at least nowadays.
Yep, exactly. Very brutal.
And then as I was reading the book, I noticed the sentence structure and how it was written was a little odd. Keegan noticed it more than I did.
Yeah, as a writer, I noticed it's in the first-person point of view, which is somewhat typical for novels, but the tense, it's written in present tense, whereas most books are written in past tense, which kind of gives it an interesting dynamic, and I'm not sure if it makes it more suspenseful, but it almost makes it seem more like it hooks you more than and keeps moving. I don't know, it's just a very interesting dynamic. And of course, with every review, we're trying to pinpoint a few of the issues for our readers so that people know that it's pretty much okay for most of it. Elaborate.
Yeah, there were a few words. I believe you're going to put them at the bottom of the screen.
Yes, I will.
Okay.
We will cover
Yeah,
that.
there were three of those words in this book, and all the other books were okay.
Yes.
The violence.
Yes.
The violence is definitely more on the violent side of violence. So.
Yeah, graphic.
Yeah, it is definitely very graphic, and she's very descriptive, which is good and bad at the same time. You want to be descriptive, but with violence, it can get a little interesting.
I think the worst scene is when someone's stung by one of their creatures in the arena, and they talk about she touches their arm, I think it is, and it falls right off or something.
Yeah, something along those lines.
And some of the stuff that we noticed can't be in a PG-13 movie.
Some of the stuff will be either led up to, or they'll change it in a way that still works for the context and setting.
So, we are very glad that it is not rated R.
Yes, we're
obviously
quite happy.
But as for our opinion, you've noted, I'm sure most of you who are watching this have noticed that there's quite a hype about these books. I wouldn't say they're really quite worth that. What do you think?
They were a good series, and I was definitely hooked, but that's something I tend to do with every book series that I start reading. And it seems that every time I start reading a new book series, a movie comes out. I started reading the Percy Jackson books, and then I heard about the movie. And same thing with this. I didn't even know there was going to be a movie before when I started reading them. So it seems a little odd.
Yeah, I just heard about them from him, and I wouldn't say they're worth all the hype. I just think people like to get excited about stuff.
Yeah.
And for our final ratings, what do you think for this series overall?
Overall, it was a very good series. I'll give it a 4 out of 5 for my score. Only the ending was a little somewhat disappointing, but it did progress well, and it was a very interesting storyline.
Yeah, this is a really hard thing for me to rate. It's somewhere in the 4 to 4.5 range because I liked them a lot, but they're not worth a 5 quite, and that seems to be what everybody seems to think these days. But definitely check them out.
Yes.
If you like dystopia, science fiction, or fantasy, go for it.
If you can get your hands on them. They're kind of hard to get from the library, as he found out.
Yeah. So we will see you next time with the movie review for The Hunger Games. Thank you for watching.